What's up, crafters? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Manda from Manda Makes, and today we are going to do another fun video, guys, for you. This is another challenge kind of video, and this is from the Cozy Buckeye and Stacy Makes, an Instagram kind of like challenge where you find 5 artists on Instagram and make their freebies, follow them. I'll put all the rules in the description below. We'll get to the rules afterwards, but let me show you the makes, the 5 people I chose. And the first one is gonna be so my challenge in this is Pokemon theme, and the first one I'm gonna show you is from OneUp Crochet. I did this beautiful Mew pattern that she has. Now, Mew is technically usually pink, but I did the shiny Mew because I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it right. So I wanted to start with the yarn that I'm not a fan of, the blue color. And so I made it, and oh my god, did this come out so amazing. Now, I have done this pattern. I haven't featured it on my channel, so I didn't know if that count. But if it did not count, I did make this, which is included in the pattern, which is a mini master ball that I had never made. I made it this weekend because I didn't originally make it. She has a picture of the Mew holding the master ball. You'd have to sew it in so that it could hold it like that. I didn't want it holding it like that. What I will say is that she has you put some kind of like rod inside, which I didn't have. I used, I'm not gonna lie, I used a clothes hanger and just cut it up. But the one thing I did find out is that it keeps popping out the back side. No matter how much I try to, like, you know, put it in. Next time I think what I'll do is put like a piece of fabric or something so that it doesn't pop out. But doing these little things were super hard to crochet in. I ended up doing, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I ended up using my machine, this one here, to do because I could not be bothered to do all of this in this long form. I know what I did was I came up and I did this part first, and then I attached it to here because there's no way I was gonna be able to do all these little lines like that and be good at it. But yeah, I love the pattern. I love this cute little master ball that we had to crochet along with the Mew, because if you're gonna do a Mew, you gotta catch it with a master ball. And look at how adorable that came out in the pattern. I don't think she added these little 2 dots, but I added them with like a quick little crochet round. But I did like the pattern. This is not one I've shown on my channel before because I was waiting. I was gonna do a pattern review, and I still might do a pattern review of some of her products, but this was the first one I ever did. This is actually the first Pokemon I ever fully completed, so this was nice to show on my channel. Finally, Mew's been missing out. The next pattern I made was a Diglet pattern. So this was also by another crochet artist on Instagram. Their name is Joli Beans Creative. I think I'll put it below, and you should see it on the bar below us who created this pattern, if I'm not saying their name right, which I'm pretty confident I'm not. But this pattern was super simple until you got to the bobble stitches on the bottom. Once you got to the bobble stitches on the bottom, I used I still have some here, and I didn't have a project for this yarn when I bought it, so I used some Big Twist Posh. If you guys have never used it, oh my god, this was a dream to work with. I hope it comes back with Michael's, but I used Big Twist Posh. I did the nose. The only thing I did that she didn't have was the eyes are supposed to be on Diglet, are supposed to be more long in like the anime show, and she did like little safety eyes, and at the time I did not have safety eyes for this Diglet. So I did the long versions of the eyes, and I think it came out super cute. I plan on using her pattern to make more of these, since they were super quick and easy makes. Once you get down to here, it's all the same going down the line. Super cute pattern. I don't think they have a YouTube channel, but that pattern is on their Instagram account, which I will link below. The OneUp Crochet had it on their blog post, so I'll pin that as well for the Mew. The next pattern that I completed was by let me see what is the creator on this one. The creator on this one is Loops by Kat. Now she has a picture of this on her Instagram, but she has the pattern on a blog post, and it is an adorable Weedle, guys. Look, if you are a Pokemon fan, you know that this Weedle, this actually looks like a life-size Weedle. It to like the anime. I have to measure it to see if it like measures the exact size of what the anime is. But look at all these bobble stitches that we used for the feet and while we were closing. They do say in the pattern that if the bobbles are moved over a little bit, you have to move them. And I think they were fine until I got to here, and then I had to adjust. And then I think the last two I adjusted back because for some reason it turned again. But oh my god, is this pattern adorable? Super cute. She also used safety eyes, so I created my own little, you know, my own little eyes. I just did I think it was a magic ring with 6, and then I did the little shine on the eye that the Cozy Buckeye taught us when she does her little shine pattern, and I think it came out amazing. Look at how adorably cute he is. I used Big Twist on him, the mustard color, and Big Twist, I think this is medium pink, and then white and black in the Big Twist line. So this was all made with Big Twist yarn. If you want the same color, I don't, obviously Big Twist doesn't exist, but mustard should get you here. You can make it in mustard, and I think you can make it in yellow, but I think the mustard, I'm gonna have so many other Pokemon in yellow. I wanted to have one kind of in the like the mustard palette. The next one I crocheted was by an artist on Instagram that goes by the name of Catknit Ditto, I think is how she calls her, the name of her. And this is a crochet pattern that is on Instagram, so you're gonna be able to find it on Instagram, and that is Ditto. This is a Ditto pattern that you can find on Instagram. Oh my god, is it adorable. And this one is one I had to learn how to create this shaping here that I've never done before. So what she does is she takes like 3 circle patterns and then attaches them, and then you keep going up the line, and then you have to split the circles again and create 2 different circles on the top part. And that is something I've never done on a pattern before. And then the only sew in parts are the 2 hands, because you crochet this circle in, this circle in, and these 2 circles in as well. So the only thing you're sewing in is this, and you're also doing the smile as an embroidery. What I did was I embroidered the smile before I closed up the top, so I could just get the stitches where I wanted them, tie them in the back, so I didn't have to worry about this falling out, and that way I can go back and forth and secure the line so that there's no gapping and no way to pull that out. So I did that before. I think she suggests that you do it after the Pokemon is stuffed, but I stuffed it up to here, embroidered, added the eyes, and then finished the top. And I think that was an easier way for me to embroider these eyes. I think it came out adorable. If you are a Pokemon fan, you know this looks almost exactly how he's supposed to look. You could have done it in blue for the shiny version, but I had this pink yarn. Also, the pink yarn I used was by Big Twist, and this was Baby Bear. This yarn I bought with no project in mind, and this is the first time I used the skein, and this is how much I have left. I don't think I would have enough for another ditto, but definitely if you have if this is a one skein project almost, you have to have enough, because this is how much it should look like. Like this project, this has barely been used, and so that's how much it should look like, and that's how much I have left. So definitely at least a one skein or at least 3/4 skein project. I used a 4.5 crochet hook on this ditto, and it came out amazing. And this was the first time I did it. Yeah, and this is like I said, this is the first time I did a pattern that kind of does all of this, and it was super easy to follow along with her, how she showed you on the on the little graph that she has on her Instagram post. So super cute, super amazing. And here is the ditto. The last one I created from the Pokemon plushies was by, let me see her name on Instagram. Her name is Crochet Torr. Now this was she posted it on Instagram, but she also posted that she had a video tutorial, so that the actual pattern is on her video, and it's super easy to follow. She even shows you how to crochet the accent pieces. So this is Electrode, guys. So if you are not aware of Pokemon, this is the Electrode. He looks like a half Pokeball without the black. And look at how the embroidery came out. I suck at embroidery, but the video tutorial that she had going on, super amazing on showing you how to embroider all these pieces in that you have here. The only sewing you have to do is this and this eye, and then you have to embroider them down. I did do one extra thing, was before we added the black, she has you just crochet this eyes. I went around the eye to give it a smoother edge, because I did notice that when I was crocheting other pieces and I didn't have a smooth edge, I didn't like it. So I did go around the piece at least once to create that smoother edge. It did get rid of like the pointy parts that this parts had on it, but I decided I would take that as opposed to like having like uneven edging on the top. She does tell you that on the color change to put that in the back, so it is in the back for me. But super adorable Pokemon. So those are the free patterns for the Share the Love challenge that I have that are Pokemon related. I will say that I have 2 other patterns on my channel if you are interested in. I made this free pattern a long time ago. Everything on here you can find for free, and I included 2 of my own patterns. So if you like what you see here, I made this box pattern, and I made this Intarsia crochet tapestry star pattern for this, and I also have a few other free patterns on my channel. If you have a Sentro knitting machine, I created this if you recognize it, you should recognize it, this Harry Potter inspired scarf. I did a few of them. I have like thick patterns, thin patterns, all kinds of stripe patterns, Harry Potter inspired, that I made for my family. So if you wanna subscribe to the channel for more video tutorials, because that's what I do. I do video tutorials, or I review patterns, and I am on my 151 Pokemon challenge. So if you have Pokemon that are free that you found on YouTube or on Instagram, send them my way. Tag me in them, because I'm looking for more free Pokemon patterns of the first generation so that I can crochet them all. That is my challenge, which is why I use this challenge to help me find some Instagram patterns that I would not be able to normally look for. And I scoured all of Instagram looking for patterns that I can do to crochet them all. But thank you so much for having me on this this challenge and inspiring others to do it. I don't know if I should tag somebody because I don't really have too many crochet friends. I would tag Mew Crochet, but I don't know if she likes these kind of, I don't even know if she would. I'll tag her anyway. I'm sorry, Mew Crochet, if you don't want to do it, but I tag you, and I would like to see what 5 free patterns you get into for your crochet. Obviously, they said they could be Ami, they can be anything you want. But again, like I said, if you want to follow me, I have a bunch of free patterns on my channel below, where they're free video tutorials. The only thing I sell are the physical patterns if you want a physical PDF pattern of it. But the video tutorials are in the channel below. Thanks for watching. Happy crocheting. Happy crafting anything you're into. Bye.